Before we start, big shout out to our sponsors, Foreign Attitude. If it ain't foreign, it's boring. So if you want to clothe the line that you feel good in, you look good in, come shop with us. ForeignAttitude.com. We're not defined by society standards. We back, ladies and gentlemen. Another podcast, another episode of Expert at Failing. Y'all miss me? I know y'all do. But today we have a lovely guest. I actually been waiting on this for some time. She don't know that though, but I've been waiting on this for some time. I had to use my reach a little bit. You feel me, to go grab her because she been, wandering this world all over. Without further ado, let me introduce y'all to the lovely, talented, wonderful Cree, aka Super Auntie.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
How
Thanks
was
for
your day?
having me.
I'm glad you're here. Honestly, I'm really glad you're here. Because I've been seeing your works, and especially your new works, has been inspiring me. So, I was like, I got to get her on there. I got to get her on there before she is too unreachable. You feel
Yes,
me? I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad you're here.
exactly. So, yeah, I had a long morning, but I had to make it.
The kids was counting on you. They watching. I told them to be up, getting ready. They was counting on you.
Let's go. Let's get started. I'm here now.
Um, so I want to start with your upbringing. Um, where you from? How did you grow up? Let them know about you. You could even skip forward to you now, but let the audience know about you.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. My name is Cree. My fans know me as Cock Pistol Cree, and my camp kids and my parents know me as Super Auntie. So I went to school in Los Angeles. I went to arts. Well, I graduated from Artesia High. After high school, I went on to Alabama State University. Once I was done with school, I came back to Los Angeles, started rapping. Had two kids. After having my kids, I realized that the rap industry wasn't for me. So I just turned my life completely around.
And that's where we at.
Yes.
That's where we at right now. Um, so I had like a breakdown, but usually I don't write no questions down.
Hmm.
I just like the all conversation. But I did want to talk about the music industry and like where did you get your passion for rap?
Okay, so I don't know. I just been writing songs since I was um, maybe like okay. I wrote my first rap in the fifth grade because I remember sharing it with my best friend. I love music. My dad was actually in the entertainment industry as well. Um, I don't know. I was just my grandpa used to listen to a whole lot of oldies, and my dad he used to listen to rap, and I was just a product of my environment. So
It's crazy because like you was like big in our area in the industry, the rap scene. Cause I hopped on the scene like I got out of jail in 2012,
uh
right?
huh.
So I did 6 years. I got out of jail,
Uh-huh.
and then you was popping. You was popping like so. That's why I asked like, where did you get that passion? Because it's still, although you're not in that lane, you still do it with your kids and the
I
Wanderlust
do.
kids. And
I
I see
do.
it, and I was like, I love the direction you going. I love it, but I did want to know the passion because it's sometimes it trickle down. Your dad was in it. Now
Mm-hmm.
they in it, so it's like I like it. I like it. What about because a lot of reoccurring themes is networking.
Right.
Networking is big to where like I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs and they don't have a team. So
Right.
how did you or do you still leverage the relationships that you created in that scene?
I do. I do use a lot of my um, entertainment relationships for my camp. Um, Majority of my majority of my support and the people that are involved in my program, they're all like fans of my music. So even for my parents, they put their kids in my programs. But even outside of that, I still have people that are actively in the music industry that they'll donate to the camp.
Right, right.
They'll refer people to my camp and, talk about, you know, spread the word. Cree is not rapping no more. She's doing this and, she's doing, productive things for the community because at the end of the day, a lot of this music is just tearing down our youth and I really don't want to be. I mean, I love music, I love writing with a passion, but I mean, if I don't know. I don't know. It's hard because I love it and I hate it at the same
Listen,
time.
I
And it's like I want to do it,
understand.
but I can't do it because I'm trying to be a positive role model to not only my kids but other kids.
I
And
understand, cause I be like, when somebody like somebody new, if you're old and I already been on to you, then if you talking street stuff, then I'm rocking with you. But new, and they talking streets, I don't even want to hear it. I be like, bro, I ain't into it like that. It got to be nostalgic for me. Like
yes.
you got to be before I change. You got to be before that, cause if not, I don't want to hear like all the new artists. I don't listen to like in my rotation right now is still Nip. Like in my rotation
That's
right now,
crazy.
because I don't want to listen. It's deaf culture.
Right,
Like
exactly. And it's like at one point in my life, it's like I was doing music after I had my kids. It's like, okay, I'm doing this music and I'm saying this, and then I'm living a whole nother life behind the
right,
scene,
right.
off the cameras off. Now I'm like really on some mom stuff. Then I'm a single mom, so it makes it even worse. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like, dang, my lifestyle don't even this not my
You
lifestyle
ain't
no
living
more.
what you rapping
So
no more.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, and now I'm feeling like a fraud. Now I'm out here rapping feeling like a fraud because okay, this is what I did in the past. This is what I can't keep performing these songs.
Right,
I
right.
gotta trash them.
Your
So then
heart
I
don't be
come,
in it no
did
more.
my heart not in it no
I
more.
definitely understand, cause that's honestly me. Like I'm an advocate for liberation, like
Mhm.
freedom financially and
Exactly.
mentally. Like I feel like we got chains on us,
Yeah.
and I'm an advocate for it. So for me to be like support the deaf culture, I don't do drug. I'm not into like people
Me
be like,
neither.
bro, every time somebody celebrate, they want to drink. And I be like, why are y'all putting like why do you celebrate or correlate putting poison in your body to celebration? Like that's me just personally.
Uh
Like,
huh.
but I understand. I made a drinking game. Like I honestly made a drinking game. I understand it, but it's like not all the time. I'm high off life. Like
Me
that's
too.
I'm
I
high off
promise you.
life. So they be like, bruh, if you see me at a party and I'm turned up,
Yeah.
I only got one cup. Like I'm barely drunk. That's me. But I definitely could relate to that. Like I seen like I said earlier, I was watching it, like watching your videos and then just seeing a transition because like now I've been in tune with you and I've been following you and it's just been inspiring. Like it's crazy
Thank you.
because me personally, I'm about to start a mentorship
Uh huh.
big brother program,
Okay,
right?
I want to be involved. I want
Yeah.
to be big sis.
Yeah. So if you got a game night to attend and you want to be the one that turn it up, grab 3 Shots You're Out at 3shotsyourout.com. Last one with a shot wins. It's litty, it's engaging, and it gets you shit faced it if you lose. Grab it at 3shotsyourout.com. What's the name? We had like a deep conversation. Me and Shine had a deep
I love
conversation.
her.
I was telling everybody like it's nothing like having a woman in your corner.
Yep.
Like she is just so dope to me. Like, and I have that a lot. Like my deep conversations be with women, and they like really when they say a man has well, how they said a man has the vision, a woman do something. It's like they really cultivate it. Like whatever you want, they will manifest it.
Yeah.
And I was telling her like, look, this is what I want to do, and she was like, all right, well, in that we go do a fraternity, and y'all go wear stuff like this. And I was like, oh my lord, because I got a clothing line, so it's
Mhm.
like, oh, I could do that. I could get the jackets and the patches and all that.
Exactly.
But yeah, like she really been helping me cultivate that. So you've been inspiring me. when I see that, because it's like, damn, I'm next in line for that, and I'm doing
You have to do it.
9 to 13. Like
Uh-huh.
that's the ages we're gonna do. So when I
Right.
see you, it's just like I love your transition. I love it. I understand that it's hardships. So I do want to talk about the hardships of creating a camp and other people's kids. You got naysayers, the lack of support. Like,
Mm.
what are the hardships you go through in that?
Let me think. What is my hardship? Okay.
Because
Oh, I don't
I'm trying
wanna.
to step over
Okay.
them puddles that I might face. You feel me?
I would say my biggest hardship. I mean, I have passion behind it. I love the kids. I love the kids. Oh my gosh. But sometimes I will bump into parents that just don't
They just hinder their growth.
cut this out. No, I just have to deal with like-minded parents. And that's my biggest thing. Like, if me and you as a parent don't have anything in common, I really can't serve you or your family because, like Sean, I met her because her son was in my program. Her son
Right.
and her daughter was in my program, and then they left for a little while, and then she came back. And when she came back, we literally became best friends. She helped me with so much. Like, she's so supportive. Like, not only as like, okay, this is my camp mom, this is a customer. No, outside of being a customer and supporting my camp, like Sean is there. And it's only because we're like-minded parents. We
Right.
want the
Right.
best for our kids. So we go hard by any means, you know?
Right. It's crazy because
Single mom, team up. Like,
I
we really out here like going above and beyond for our kids.
I love it. I love it. Like it's nothing like a lot of men we have passion or compassion for
Mm-hmm.
single moms because us being in that role, like when we get a taste of that,
Yeah.
I'll be like, bro, I don't know how I don't even want to. I don't want to go nowhere when I have my daughter. I'll be like, man, she about to slow me down. I want to go to Walmart. I want to go to Target, but I don't want to take her because it's about to be a different type of trip. Like I'm in and out. With
That's
her,
how it
it's
is.
different. So I definitely like I have a soft spot for single moms. And the way that you push, like the way that I see you educate them, because I'm big on educate my daughter and not letting
Right.
just the school educate my daughter or raise
Right.
my daughter. One dude told me, he was like, bro, I love how you don't let YouTube raise your daughter.
Oh.
And I was like, and it's crazy because sometimes I would give her the phone when I don't want to be distracted, like when I'm doing something. And then when he told me that, I was like, now I really got to be aware.
Right.
And I love that. Like, you be on, like, y'all travel more than me in my life. Like, them kids went to more places than I ever been to. And I just love it. Like, I was like, I want my daughter in that camp. Like,
Right.
when's the next what's the name? I seen you said something about Europe. I was
We're
like,
trying to
oh
get to
yeah,
Europe.
I need to go. Well, she need to go for sure. She need to explore the world. Like, so well, I wanted to ask you though, why not traditional schooling, education?
Okay, so when my son was born, he was born with the doctors gave him a diagnosis. They said he wouldn't be able to walk or talk. I said, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
Right,
So
right.
therefore, I mean, I had to work triple times as hard as any other, parents. And I just knew that the traditional public school system wasn't for me. So I homeschooled both of my kids. My son is now in the sixth grade, and
Mhm.
he begged. He said, "Mom, can I go to school?" And I'm like, "Okay." He's not in special class or anything, but he's in middle school right now, sixth
Right, right.
grade. My son have straight A's, and I'm like, thanks to homeschool. Of course, I'm gonna say thanks to me and homeschool. But my
Toot your
son,
horn.
yeah, I'm so proud. Like, I run around with this report card all the time, like straight A's all semesters of sixth grade. I'm just so proud because this is his first time going to school.
Oh, this is first year right
Yes, this
here?
is his
Oh,
first year in
I'm
school.
surprised you
So
ain't got it in the pocket like
no, I should have
this.
brought it, but it's in the car. It's right there in the little dash. So I don't know. I just said school wasn't for my kid because he learns differently. He might uh he just learned different. I just knew school just wasn't for me. I don't really like what they're teaching. I want my kids to focus on, reading. I want them to understand numbers, and I
Right,
want them to
right.
be able to write well, and school focus on different things, and
when
everybody don't move at the same pace.
when you I seen you teaching them reading, but you was like long E, long short E. You
Oh,
was doing stuff
phonics.
like that.
Phonics.
Phonics,
That's
yeah.
my thing. That's my specialty.
I was like, I need because I'm horrible as a teacher. Now don't get me wrong, like my daughter and her ABCs, I switch it up to all financial terms. Like it's not A for
Perfect.
apple, B for ball. We don't do it's A for asset, B for bank, C for credit. Like I want her to know these
Uh-huh.
words because when I was 20 years old was the first time I heard the word entrepreneur
Mm,
and knew the word entrepreneur. Like I never heard, I that was my spirit since day one, but I've never knew the term, the definition, anything of
right.
entrepreneur. So once I heard it, like now it's big. Like entrepreneur.
Uh-huh.
I was 20, I was in prison, and we was writing books, and we was just talking about businesses and education, and they brought up entrepreneur, and I found out what it was. I was like, it's me right here. You feel me?
Exactly.
But when you was teaching them phonics, I was like, bruh, I feel like if my daughter was in that class right now, she'd be killing. Like for her to learn, because I'm not a good teacher as like I wouldn't know half of the stuff that you taught. Like, but I was seeing it and I saw the kids grasping it, and I
Right.
was like, oh, that is needed. It's needed.
It is needed because they're taking it out of they're taking it out of the system, and they're doing this because at the end of the day, they never wanted our kid. Well, they never wanted us to read or write.
Right, right.
So why not make it hard for our kids? So therefore, I don't trust the system. So therefore, since they took it out, I'm putting it and instilling it in my kids
I
because
need that.
they, yeah, it's yeah, it's tough for kids. I have so many kids that come to me and they're struggling with reading. They're struggling with understanding numbers because they're making it overly complicated for these kids when it's so simple. Teach them phonics. Why would you take it out the system when you know that's what they need? Letters, create
Right.
words create sentences. Y'all not even teaching these kids how to write. Y'all not doing what y'all need to do. And it's not the teachers. The teachers are trying to do their part.
Right,
It's
right.
literally the system.
Right, right,
It's
right.
designed to fail our kids, and I understand that,
I definitely
and
do.
I can't let my kids fall behind.
So I see you in a classroom setting, right?
Mhm.
Um, are you taking on more kids? Like how are you what's name?
Yes. So like I said, of course, I've been homeschooling for like 11 years. So now I am open to accept other kids, and I have like sometimes I have like 5 to 7 kids, and I homeschool them at my lab.
Where that's at located?
It's in South Central.
Okay.
Yep, it's in South Central. So they come and, it's called the Wonderlist Lab. So sometimes we make homeschool at our lab, or we may go to the library, or we may go to museums. It's just the world is our
I
classroom.
see you on your magic school bus. I see.
Yes.
I see. I was like, man,
Yes.
like I don't think kids know about magic school bus nowadays, but
Mm-mm.
for me to see that and when I was that young, I was like so intrigued and wanted to experience that. And
Yes.
for me to see it in real time now, like y'all went to the Tupac Museum and I thought y'all was like in Atlanta somewhere. I don't know where y'all thought. I was like, where is that at? And then I finally went and I was like, this is lit. I took my
Yes.
daughter and she was just intrigued with the drawings and stuff. Like could care less really, but like the drawings and the writings, that's what she was. I was like, look, put these headphones on, go listen to this music video. I'll let her watch Brenda Had a Baby because that was like my first and favorite song by Pop. And she
Yes.
was like, the baby in the trash. She worried about all the other stuff. Like she don't care about the message, nothing. The baby in the
Uh-uh.
trash can, she threw her away. But
She
yeah,
got the
man.
message.
Um,
But yeah, um, I have to do that because I have to take them to things like that, for example, because I just feel like LA has a weird culture.
we
We don't
do.
have no culture.
We
Our
do.
culture is game banging. And inter I'm not trying to intervene. I'm trying to prevent,
Right, right.
you know, because these kids grow up and they look up to the baddest thugs and the Crips and the Bloods, and I don't want that for these kids. I want to take them to Europe just so they can see it's more to life than California, LA, and the things that
It
they're
is
used
more to
to.
life. The crazy part, you know, it's crazy. When I was in there, I had a dude. He used to be like, bruh, all the nerds is fucking our bitches now, bro. He's like, we in jail. All the hard ones, we in jail, and all them squares that we used to clown and talk about,
Mm-hmm.
they the ones with the jobs providing and taking care of home.
Exactly.
And I used to sit there and be like, dang, I wish somebody would have showed me different.
Yep.
I wish somebody would have showed me different because to like matter of fact, I was just watching an interview and they was talking about our environment,
Mm-hmm.
how a snake only grows as big as its cage.
Yep.
And for us to be in this environment and not explore, we don't know nothing else. So our mind don't expand.
Mm-hmm.
We are limited. Like it's a roof over our head because this is all we see until you take us out the house and we see the sky.
Exactly.
So it's like I wish somebody would have took me out and to see you, like how important traveling is for you. Like
It's so important because do you know Californians is so spoiled? We are so spoiled. We got everything. We got the beautiful weather. We have the beaches. We just have the best of everything. But foreigners come out here and make $1 million. We sit in California and it's hard to dream because we already
facts,
in dreamland right
facts.
here. It's literally foreigners, people from out of state that's dying to get out here to go hard. We gotta leave. I gotta take these babies out to explore because sitting here, all they go do is get caught up in the gang violence and gang banging. I used to look up to my dad just because he was a gang banger, and I'm a girl. I
I'm
was the
telling
only
you,
child. I was a girl. I used to be like, "Oh, my dad is a gangster. Like this, my big cousins, and all. This is our culture."
it
I don't
is.
like it
It
no
is.
more.
Like people
I
want
used
to
to
do
love
it.
it. If you listen to my raps, I loved it. But now that I'm older, I'm like, wait, I don't want this for my sons. I see what's happening. Either the gangbangers is on dope, either the gangbangers is in jail for selling dope, or killing somebody, or robbing somebody, and then the rest of them are dead.
Right.
It's 3 options. We gotta take these babies out. They gotta see more.
I love it.
We have to.
I love it. What was the pivot point for you to be like it clicked? Like not you're doing it for your kid already, your son, but it's like I want to expand myself and invite other kids for this lifestyle. Like the wanderlust pivot. What was that for you?
Okay. So, I mean, growing up, I was the only child. I wanted my babies to have cousins and stuff, you know? So during the summer, I used to go get my friends' kids, my little cousins, and I used to take them on trips. And then after a while, the numbers started growing, and I started meeting people on Instagram, and they like, "Oh, can you?" And then it turned into Camp Wonderlust. So I started calling it a camp. Of course, like the first few years, I was paying for things out of pocket. I just tell them, "Okay, just send your kids with lunch money," just because of the overhead. And then the third year, I'm like, I'm gonna go get me a van because I'm not about to be renting these vans. I'm like, I'm gonna go get me a van. I bought my van, and then I had a boyfriend, and my boyfriend was very supportive of my business, and he literally paid for all the kids to come on trips with us. So
That's
literally,
so
we was
dope.
just traveling on him, and the kids was just having fun. And then I said, you know what? I need to set up my foundation. I need to turn this into a real business because this is what I love. I literally found my passion outside of making music and writing music. This is my passion. I love teaching these kids. Because I want to see them blossom. Like my whole program is not like no hit and run type of program. It's not like, oh, you come for a semester, oh, you come for a week and then you go. No, I'm following these kids when they're 20 years old. I want to know, did you graduate? How was your success? Like, what's
Right,
going on?
right,
I
right,
still want to
right.
be that mentor because really, I'm like their mentor. They call me Super Auntie because I'm not just a teacher. They're not going to call me Miss Cree. No, call me Super Auntie because I'm more so like your family member because I want the best for you. Sometimes I have to raise my voice at my kids. All my little camp kids. I'm like, no, you're not supposed to do that. Sit down. I'll be on the phone with their parents yelling and all that because at the end of the day, I want the best for these kids. So
Right,
I'm going to
right,
treat them
right.
like mine, Treat them like my little nieces and nephews I never had because, like I said, I was the only child. So that's how Wonderlist came about. And now, last year we did a whole lot of traveling. We went to Chicago, we went to New York, we went to New Jersey, we went to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And this year, I already said it. Whatever I set my mind to, I do. So I said this year we're going to Europe. We're going to go to Europe for a little while, and then we're going to go to Africa. We might just go to Egypt, and then we'll do the safari on a whole different trip. But This summer we're going to Europe by any means
My daughter
necessary.
is going.
Yeah, we're going to
It's
Europe,
it's
and
it's
parents are
it's
invited.
mandatory.
Yeah, as long as you're a like-minded parent, you're welcome to come. So
It's mandatory.
yeah.
Um, what I was about to say, I was about to ask you, do you need or how can someone help? Like someone looking at this and was like, damn, I want to support. How?
So we are always in need of donations because a lot of these are expensive trips, and a lot of these families can't really afford the trips. Thank God we just got our first grant. We got a $30,000 grant from Current Price. Big thanks to him. But yeah, we need volunteers. We need donations because
Do
we
you
have
got
to
like a
go.
sign up sheet like on the website for volunteers and stuff like
I
that?
do. I have an application. I have an application. You just gotta submit the request, and then I'll get it over to you. But yeah, we need a lot of volunteers because this summer when we travel, I do want like volunteer tutors to
Right,
come
right.
because I don't want the kids to fall behind during the summer because we gonna have so much fun. You know, they
I'm
might not
they
want to go back to
she there. I
school.
promise you, she there.
Yes.
Um, so so I just implemented you the first guest I have. I just implemented this segment in my podcast,
Mhm.
and you pick a number of 1 through 3,
Mhm.
and whatever number you pick is 3 different things, but it's a topic that I want you to expound on, and that is the last thing of my segment. So, what is your number?
I guess I'll say two.
2 is it's called so I had a podcast, right?
Mhm.
And it was called Coded Language. So
Mhm.
number 2 is coded language. Tell me something. So coded language is basically anything hidden from you that you had to dissect. But tell me something that growing up you didn't know and you stumbled on some information a mentor told you or something to where it's not common knowledge for everyone else. Like anything coded, business, relationship, just anything in life.
Oh, let me think. It's a lot of them too, but let me see.
We need some gems. We need some gems.
Uh, so many I can't even think right now. I'm like, and then I don't want to be too explicit. Of course, I'm Count Wonderless now, but oh my gosh. Mm. Oh, I got something for my teen girls, but I don't even want to say it.
Hey, go ahead and say it, man. This expert at listen, we trying to stop them from pitfalls. So drop some gems because we been there, we failed before, and now we triumph. So let's help them walk around in pitfalls or step over it.
My whole thing is just be careful who you associate with. And I'm gonna say that because you grow up and you think all these people are your friends and you just built this whole little network. And at the end of the day, if they don't have the same goals as you gonna make the mistake of getting caught up with that inner circle when you could have been doing something else. Because I had so many groups of friends, and my mom used to always tell me, go to this, go do that. Them same people go be there doing nothing when you get back. And guess what? Them same people is doing nothing when I came back.
It's always like that.
Yeah, so that's a good one. And for the young teens out there, understand that education is first, and you got to think about your future. Don't just oh erase that one because I don't want to go too deep because that's just gonna be too deep. I don't even want to go
All
there.
right, so look, this what we gonna do. We go get another one probably after summer. I want her back.
Okay.
Um after the kids experience what they experience after you know,
After our Europe trip.
yes, I want to expound because we running out of time. But I want you to tell them where they could find you at. Y'all saw where y'all could help, how y'all could help. It's all about helping one another, pushing the culture forward, supporting. But yeah, where they could find you at, what's next?
So of course you can reach out to us and follow us and look at the growth on Instagram at Count Wonderless. Then you can also register for camp at www.campwonderlist.org. And yeah, just make sure you stay tuned because we'll be doing a whole lot of crazy things this summer.
Listen, that Magic School Bus, man.
Oh, yeah. And we are working on our mobile lab. So we already got the bus painted. We just got to get the insides decked out. Once that is complete, we're about to go crazy. So if you see the bus, make sure you hunk at the bus. You're going to see Camp Wonderlist on the back, on the side, in the front. Yeah.
When y'all see the bus, take a picture, post it, tag the bus. That's what we doing right now. We tagging the bus. We got to be like, hey, who is that? What is that? Who is everybody tagging? I want to see.
Yes.
We here for that, man. I thank you again. I've been wanting to like I'm telling you, I've been wanting to get in contact and had this interview. I seen that you was going through the struggles with the donations. I seen your last interview. It was via online. And I was like, I need her on it. I need for people to see the wonders she's doing. Like,
we need to support these babies because, like I said, we are giving out some scholarships. We don't have enough donations to give them out to everyone. This is not a free program because this is not a sit in a gym, play basketball type of program. We play basketball on certain days, but other than that, we are traveling. And traveling, we got to pay for gas, we got to pay for food, we got to pay for boarding, we just got to pay for flights and just all sorts of things. So, yeah, we do need our donations.
talk your shit, Auntie. Y'all heard that?
Yeah, I don't talk mess no more. You see, I'm trying to keep it real clean. No cussing, no shit talking, and none of that.
The crazy
But
part, I told myself this
I'm trying to keep it
podcast is gonna
clean.
be no cussing, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
trying to keep it clean.
sometimes I'll be authentic. But yeah, I just want to thank y'all for another episode. Thank y'all for watching. And this is Expert at Feeling.
Okay. Don't forget to follow up.